Hello, I'm about
Hi,
to
good
take
evening.
you.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. Okay, hi, Miss Yen. How's your second day? I know it's your third day.
Yes, the
How
third
was
day.
it? Mm-hmm.
I want to
Still
get
busy?
off again.
Oh, what's wrong with your voice?
No, my voice is
Um, do you
normal.
have do you have cough or colds?
No? Oh,
Oh, I
my voice changed.
somehow.
Uh,
Okay. So, well, maybe
I think I
um
have a million things need to do at work.
oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's your unfinished task?
No,
So what are the things that you're going to do, by the way?
I think
Is it about work related?
yeah.
Oh, really? So, that is your task because you're not around before.
I'm sorry.
Is that your task because you were not around before?
Yeah. No, I have
Okay.
paid for it.
Oh, okay, so you have a lot of things. It's better than, getting fired, right?
Yeah.
At least they still, give you a long day off so that you can get cured, and then after getting cured, then or after, healing after your wounds healed, then you need to do this.
Yes.
So now, for today, Miss Yen, let me ask you some question first before we will proceed in our activity, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we have here some simple English conversation. Of course, as mentioned, you're just going to listen very carefully because I'm not going to type the questions. I'll just going to ask you through speaking. And yes, try to listen. So now, let's talk about, of course, I believe that you are somehow a simple person,
Yeah.
but our conversation now is about, are designer clothes worth the price?
Okay.
Okay, so all of the statement will be based in this question. Are designer clothes worth the price? But what the twist here is you're going to answer it if you're going to agree or disagree. And if you agree or disagree, you need to explain your answer, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. The first statement we have here. Designer clothes are worth the money and pays for them. Designer clothes are worth the money and pays for them.
I worth the money and pay for them.
Pays for them.
Pick. Uh,
Designer clothes are worth the money. One pays for them. Is it really worth the money pays for them?
hmm, I'm not sure I get it.
Okay, let me repeat it. Designer clothes are
Hmm?
worth the money one pays for them. Example, I
One
will going
piece.
to yes. Example, I will going to buy a designer clothes. Do you think the money that
Mm,
I use to for that clothes is worth it?
hmm.
Worth the designer clothes?
Yeah, I think it depends
And
on you. If you are a rich person, then it's
uh-huh.
really worth. And uh, if if And
Depends if if
uh, it depends on that person. If you are a rich person, you can buy it. You can buy a designer clothes,
Mhm.
and if you cannot afford, I mean, designer clothes is quite expensive, right?
Mhm. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, maybe you can consider if that uh, clothes is really
Clothes. Mhm.
clothes is really special and you need it, so you can buy it, but you have to consider the money that you have and the price of clothes. um,
So your answer, you agree at the same time you disagree.
yeah.
Okay, because it depends.
Yeah.
Mhm. So of course there are some. Of course, if you are going to buy a designer clothes, expected that the quality is so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And it just depends. I believe it depends since it depends to your taste. If you really like that clothes because you feel that it suits you, aside from aside from the brand, of course you can
Yes.
buy that one. But if you are going to buy that clothes, it's just simply because of the designer clothes. It is made from a famous designer, and then of course you yourself know that it didn't suit you, so but you still buy. So maybe it's just a waste of money. It's just a waste of money, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just really the same. Depends. So next,
Sorry, have you
uh,
ever bought a designer clothes?
not yet.
Uh,
Yes, but only those somehow some branded clothes, but not every now and then. On often, sometimes only.
yeah.
Like for example, I decided to buy Zara shoes or some. Of course, pen shop. You can buy some cheap clothes in pen shop store, but mostly they are somehow expensive, still expensive if you are saving money. So but of course, what the last time I remember, but the designer clothes itself, um, I think I haven't
Okay.
buy one yet. How about you?
Yeah, me, me neither. Oh, can I say me neither? Me
Can you
neither.
say it again?
Can I say me neither? Me neither. Or me neither.
Oh, okay. I thought you said me neither. Okay, so you can if I am going to say, I will just going to say me neither,
Me
something like that.
neither. Okay.
So you too.
Yeah. Designer
Okay.
clothes is really expensive.
Yes, it's so expensive, but I have some, some designer clothes I have here is like Prada. I don't know where I I get that one. Maybe some friends of mine gave that to me, but I didn't notice the brand. I just get the clothes without seeing the brand. And of course, but most of those designer clothes, oh my gosh, it's like 1 month of your salary. It costs something like that. So next question here. Okay. So designer clothing items are always unique. Designer clothing
Yes,
items are
always
always
unique.
unique.
Yeah, I think that's why I agree with this statement because
Oh, you agree. Okay,
most
please defend
design
your answer.
most designer clothes are designed by oh wow by I need to check this one.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Fashion designer. I'm the person who decide
Fashion.
the person who designs some clothes is that called fashion designer, right?
Can you say your answer again?
Yeah, fashion designer. Yeah, I agree with this statement because I think every designer clothes are designed by a fashion designer and uh, they have a separate style and that unique.
That are unique.
Yeah,
So that's your answer? That's your answer?
yeah. I know it's not clear.
Ah, okay. So it's okay, it's okay. So that's the purpose of our English. We always do some report. So my feedback is I need to put some English conversation in our activity so that to practice your English conversation. Since you are too dependent on the materials that we use. So how about when we don't have any materials now? So you need to improve your speaking, okay?
Okay, just listen and
So
speak.
anyway, you're going to learn how to answer questions step by step.
Mm,
Yes, you just need to, but you
but
need to help yourself
I,
also,
I,
okay?
I feel like
Since this is a helpful one.
yeah, but
Mental block?
I feel like I didn't improve anything. That's so sad.
No, it's simply because the problem here is you are too dependent to the materials.
Yeah, I think so.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's why whenever we will not going or will not if we will not going to use some materials, you will ended up being, like you don't know what to do because there's no you don't need to follow anything. So that is why. Because in our discussion or somehow, whenever you're going to learn something, you are too dependent to the materials, and then that's
Yes,
your guide, right?
yes,
So, but I just want to say that whenever you have a job, of course, of course you have a job. Whenever you are going to face some people, you're not going to use some materials.
yeah,
Yes, you're just going to speak by your own, using your own knowledge, using your own ideas, right? So you need to improve that one. And of course, you can construct English sentences, based on, although you're using some Google Translate, yeah, as you have mentioned, but still again, you still the construction is quite clear. Because meaning to say, you translated it well. So, next statement. Let's just try.
okay.
Okay. Let me just type it in the chat box. Designer clothes are of superior quality.
Superior quality. Yes, I agree with this statement. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
because it is because the because designer clothes are not mass production in uh,
Mm-hmm.
most of them uh, most of them have high quality.
Mm-hmm. Can you say it again?
I need some
Mm-hmm.
vocabularies. Carefully. Hmm.
That's it? Can you make your answer clear again? Meticulous. This one?
No, I need this one.
Yes. Okay. It's okay if you're just going to. Okay.
Okay,
Exactly. That's
I
correct.
I agree with this statement because I think designer clothes are not mass production, and they are sealed meticulously. So
Yes. But of course, I believe that you're not going to remember this word meticulously. So
yeah,
instead of using this,
can I say
you can
carefully?
instead saying carefully.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Okay.
that you, because if you will going to think about the new lexicon, maybe it's really hard for you to
Okay.
construct abruptly. But
Just
it's
use
really
a
okay.
simple word.
Yes, but Miss Yen, it's really okay to use new words, okay?
Yeah.
Or the complex one. It's really okay. But of course, you need to make sure also that upon using these words, make sure that you're not going to forget this.
Yeah.
Okay? Because
But
it's
I
just
think next time I will use carefully. But mass production, I know this one because I learned
yes,
it
yes, mass
before.
production. Yes, it's part of your maybe it's part of your study
Yeah.
because you're a graduate of economics, right? What was your course again? I'm sorry.
I learned about economy.
Ah, yes, yes, which is so hard for me. I failed that subject twice, so it's so hard. That's why I am so proud of you.
No.
I feel like, oh, you are so intelligent when it comes to
No.
number thing or in
No.
analyzing things. Economists are so good in analyzing things. So that is why. Because you maybe economic students they think meticulously. Why? Because you'll be going to analyze
No, I'm not good at
something.
analyzing something. I think I'm good at imagining something.
So, this is the last statement here. Okay, I hope that you can give a more precise and clear explanation here, okay? Just try. Owning designer clothes is a symbol of social and economic status. Agree or disagree?
uh, Owning designer clothes is the symbol. So, yeah.
Yes.
I I think I disagree with this statement.
You disagree?
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
great
Why?
because we we cannot judge people by their clothes. A symbol of
Mm.
social economics.
Can you say it again? We cannot force people.
We cannot judge judge
Judge. We cannot judge.
just yeah judge judge. Oh, I cannot pronounce.
We cannot judge
We cannot judge
people.
people by their clothes.
Mhm. So it's something like we cannot judge the book by its cover.
Yeah,
Do not judge the book by its cover.
that's right.
Uh-huh. Yes. No, it's not a symbol of social and economic status. Yes, because like as for me, I am poor, but I can wear some branded clothes,
Yeah,
It just you cannot really there are some rich people who
yeah,
don't like some branded clothes and there are
yeah.
some poor people who prefer the branded one. So
For
you cannot
example,
judge
Mark
them.
Zuckerberg, I mean the boss of Facebook, I
Ah,
believe that.
Mark.
Yeah,
It's
Mark.
so hard to pronounce the last name. Just let's just say Mark,
Mark. Okay. Mark.
as if we're close to him.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, most rich people, they're so simple,
Yes,
because
exactly.
because they think it's just okay for them. It's really okay for them to look so simple. Since they think that I can afford that one, even though anytime, So as for us, the some poor people, they will as for me, I will going to think like, oh, I will going to buy that one because at least I have a remembrance. So it's really okay, to experience those things as long as you are happy, and it's your money, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
So, mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
if I am a rich person,
Mm-hmm.
I will buy many
You'll
designer clothes for sure.
exactly. Likewise, I will going to do the same. Yes, exactly. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's just happened that we live in this modern era. So expect that, and we are millennials, and we cannot deny the fact that we have these desires and wants and needs to have those new things, right? Okay. So, Miss Yen, let me give you somehow feedback in our activity. So, of
Okay.
course, in this part, Miss Yen, yes, the thing here is that you need to, whenever you hear the statement,
Yes.
maybe you should, while thinking about it or while listening to the statement, you need to think of some answers and some words that you're going to use,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
some hint at the same time. Example, designer clothes are superior quality. Designer clothes, superior quality. And then you're going to say agree or disagree. So I disagree. Why? Because something like that. Then maybe for now, okay, I it's really okay to use some new lexicon. Really. I can say that you need to do that. But for now, this one stops you from speaking. Yes. Looking for some difficult words stops you from speaking. So maybe try to use the words that you know first, okay? And then afterward, but please try it's really okay to use the new lexicon, okay? Keep it up. But make sure that you will not going to forget it, okay? You need to try to remember it so that you're not going to waste the time and your
Yes.
effort looking for those words, okay?
Yes. I have still
Okay.
I have still think and limit using Google
Hmm.
Translate.
Yes, yes. Um, Maybe the next activity, by next meeting, if we will going to have this speaking activity, I will send the question, and I will give each question, I mean each statement, I will give you 1 minute to prepare so that you can write it and then translate it in Google and then try to read your answer. Maybe
Okay.
it is helpful.
Okay.
Okay. So that you can get the answer than making you rush this thing, so you'll end it up being so hesitant and sharing your ideas. So the best part here is I will going to give you 1 minute per statement to prepare, so at least you'll and you need to do it fast.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a challenge, by the way. So, Miss Yen, don't think negatively like I think I didn't, or I think there's no improvement at all. Because personally, as your teacher, I can really say that, you are still in the process of learning. So it's really okay. No need to rush things because sometimes when you rush things, you ended up, not successful at all. So
Yeah.
we need to do it step by step. But of course, take time, since you are too dependent to Google Translate, that
Yes.
is why you are not so confident in your own idea.
Yeah.
Okay? So try not to depend too much in Google Translate and speak up. Share your ideas based on your understanding, based on the words that you have in your mind, not in Google. Okay? Because that's what I am saying. You are too dependent to the materials that is so helpful for you. What if you are in an impromptu speech, impromptu conversation? You cannot use Google Translate at that time, right? So you need well we of course while we are in the class, try to be you, okay? Try to express the learnings that you have learned in your college, in your high school, those English language you have learned, or those English words that you have in mind. Try to share it, okay?
Okay.
Do not be so dependent.
Yeah.
So, but of course, for now, it's really okay. Try to use those materials. But whenever we are in a conversation, it's really okay to speak up. Although you are not sure with your answer, but
Yeah.
just try, okay? Maybe
Okay.
you can create some words because you just didn't try it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So now I think that would be over tonight, and I will see you then
Okay.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very
Have a
much.
good night, Miss Yen. And please take some time to, think about my advice, because maybe you just need to fix your confidence then. Not the grammar, because maybe you are good in English, but you are just so hesitant. Okay. So please try.
No, my grammar is
Okay.
bad.
Have a good night, Miss Yen.
Okay. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Mm-hmm.